I would not do it again. That's not going to be possible. I say that with confidence. It's scary because now we thought that we were finally there, and then someone opened up.
Welcome to Real Talk. I'm Valleska, your host for everything real estate in the Island of God. In this podcast, we'll have real talks with property experts that will give you all the insights you need. So, whether you're a property pro or just curious about the real estate in Bali, you're in for a ride. Hi guys, I'm Valleska from Propertia Bali, and I'm going to be your host on Real Talk, our podcast series. So today I'm with a very special guest, the man behind the legend of Propertia Bali. And I say man because there is also a woman that hopefully I will have sitting across. But yes, let's just get it started. Welcome, Peter.
Thank you so much. Fantastic to be here.
Yes. So I thought that we would start by introducing yourself a little bit so that people...
Yep.
I mean, you're already very known around the island, but...
Oh my God. Hopefully only good, the reputation. My name is Peter. Came to Bali 7 years ago. And my wife sold her company in Copenhagen, Denmark. And we decided to come to Bali. We were actually considering Thailand first. But we ended up in Bali and we just loved it since. It's been 7 years. The first year was more like enjoying life. And then when you get a little bit tired of having a vacation after 6 months, then you realize that we might have to do something in Bali. And my background is real estate in Copenhagen, Denmark. So I said, let's join a real estate company in Bali and show these guys what we can do as Danish people. So we joined another big agency 6 years ago.
Okay.
And
both of you?
Huh?
Both of you?
Yeah, both of us,
okay.
Yeah. My wife, Catherine, is more the bookkeeper in the company. Even though she hates it, someone has to do it. And we joined the company. We hired 2 people, one in sales and one in admin. And there was a 1-year trial to be in real estate in Bali, and it turned out to be. I would say it was an experience that I wouldn't be without, but we also learned a lot the first year, and we learned that we wanted to do real estate in a very different way. Okay. So after that 1-year trial, we had to renew our contract with the company, and both parties agreed this is not working out. I would say we disagreed about a lot of things, how to run a real estate company. And Catherine and I, we looked at each other in the eyes, and we said, okay, should we do this ourselves with all the risk and all the money, the investment? And we just disagreed a little bit in the beginning because we were a little bit like, this is a big risk for us. We were in a brand new country, didn't speak the language. So Indonesia and Bali is... I would say it was a new area. It was not like the Western mentality. So we were more like, we were a little bit nervous in the beginning. We knew that we needed the right licenses. It took us, at that time, 5 years ago, it took 18 months to get the permits that you needed to be a real estate agent. We also needed our work kitas to represent the company as real estate agents. So there was a lot of admin work to be done. We chose to actually open our office here in Penang, which is a little bit in the outskirts of Canggu. And today that is our marketing office. And from there, we just grew organically and very slowly. And it's been one hell of a trip, I think. It's amazing to sit. It's actually a little bit terrifying to look how many people we are today. You joined the team as well, but looking at the expansion of the company has just been absolutely amazing.
So it went from 2 to 28 now.
Yes, we are 28 people now, more coming. We are opening a third office in Binging within the next 6 months. We think there's a big need in the Uluwatu and Binging area for Propertia Bali to be represented down there.
Amazing. So basically Bali was never like a specific plan. It just sort of happened for you.
Yeah. Life is like that sometimes. Today, I don't regret anything. There's been a lot of tears shed, I think, along the way. Today, we are super happy. We have an amazing team. The team behind Propertia Bali is so dedicated. Me and Catherine couldn't ask for anything else. The dedication is everything. We have an amazing brand. We try to be first movers in everything we do.
What would you say is the difference between real estate in Denmark and real estate in Bali?
That's a very good question. Actually, I think our success in Bali is very aligned with how you do real estate in Denmark.
Okay. You kind of brought like the...
Yeah. We brought the Danish mentality of real estate companies, real estate agents in Denmark. They are very dedicated. In Denmark, you have certain areas that you take care of, very small areas. And then you sort of do your listings, you do your sales in that area, and you cannot really move outside the area. In Bali, we cover more or less all Bali. Of course, we have focus on Canggu, Seminyak, Uluwatu, Binging. But we brought a lot of the know-how from Denmark. So we applied that, added a little bit of the international mindset as well. We are very inspired what's going on around the world, more than what's going on in Bali and what's going on in Denmark. Now we are more international in our inspiration, I think.
And what would you say is the main difference between the two?
Between Denmark and Bali? Bali is just... it's different. I would say it's very different. Every day is a new experience in Bali. Indonesia is a very young country. I think the law in real estate, in investment, is changing almost on a quarterly basis. And we try to follow up and keep up with the changes in Indonesia, because they are, of course, applied to Bali as well. In Denmark, it's very much written, as a real estate agent, you need to be, for instance, a trainee for 2 years, learn about the business, you need to educate yourself, then you can, if you have the right real estate license, you can call yourself a real estate agent, which is a protected title in Denmark. But for me, it was more the structure, it was the routines, it was more like applying the ideas from Denmark and adding on the new real estate agents, which I'm very inspired of, is more like American real estate agents that do disruption in the business.
Selling sunset.
Yes.
But in Bali.
No, not selling sunset. Not selling sunset. Selling sunset is a docu soap. But I would say there are real estate agents around the world that I'm very inspired of. So are you. And these guys are just killing it on social media.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bringing out the message to customers that our message is, if you want to buy in Bali, it's a very safe investment. You don't have to worry. You get the right guidance if you contact the right real estate company.
True.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that this came from like pretty much everyone in the team.
Yeah.
What is the meaning behind Propertia? Or how did you...
The name?
Yeah, the name. So
Yeah.
First of all, the correct way to pronounce it, because I think that a lot of people say Propertia.
Yeah, Propertia, especially the Dutch people. I don't know why. Propertia Bali was actually, first of all, we needed to be recognized by the name very fast. We needed to be, how can you say, we needed to describe the area we were in. So Bali had to be a part of our name. And since property in Bali was already taken as a domain, then we said, okay, it is pronounced Propertia Bali, right? Not Propertia Bali or anything else. Propertia Bali. It was a back and forth for 3 months. We needed a really strong domain name. Not, as you know, we needed a .com name, so every domain was more or less taken. We are in 2023. Back then, it was 5-6 years ago. All the .com names were already taken. So we were searching. A French customer actually told me, "Oh, this is an amazing name." He said, because in French it means property in Bali, Propertia Bali. I don't know if that's correct. Yeah. But it was more catching. I think it was a nice name. Now today people only call it Propertia, which is even more amazing because we could cut away Bali and say Propertia Dubai, Propertia Copenhagen, whatever. So eventually, I think it's a matter of time before we have a Propertia Jakarta or something like that. We are more Propertia. I think people are cutting away Bali right now, but it's okay. I mean, Propertia Bali is our main domain and our name. So by coincidence, you can say.
It'll allow the expansion, Propertia Maldives, and then I'll open up the...
Maldives, I would love an office in Maldives. Then you won't see me anymore.
I'll go open that.
Yeah, exactly. No, we are not looking for expansions, to be honest. We are fine. We are very happy and content what we have today. It's an amazing team. We know that expansion means more headaches. So we are absolutely fine what we are doing. We love Bali. We know Bali. And we are, if we were to expand, it would just be to have some kind of partnerships around the world about selling properties in Bali. Yeah. We are not looking right now into expanding our territory at all.
Good. All right. I think that it's important for people to understand a little bit how it works to create something this big in Bali. So what would you say were the main challenges that you faced when you started Propertia?
Yeah. Creating a company in Indonesia or in Bali, it's very challenging. I think getting the right team together, the right structure in a company is the hardest part. In real estate, you need to be structured. If you're not structured and you don't have consistency in your company, it will never work out. So we've been existing now for, I think it's a little bit more than 5 years. And I can see now that our structure, our growth is coming from the structure we are applying and from the routines and the consistency we have. We are not a big company. Thank you for saying it's a big company. It's not a big company. I've been working in Denmark for much, much bigger companies with more than 200 offices. We are a very, very small office.
For Bali is still like...
Yeah, but I think it's more like the real estate companies in Bali are small, and that's how it is. They're flexible and small, and I love that about Bali. The big brands like Hardcourts and Ray White, who are international, they are, of course, they have a market in Bali also, but it's more like local companies that are dominating the market right now, because it's about being flexible and ready to adjust into the market very quickly. The market is changing all the time, not only with the properties that we are selling, but also in general, the demand is changing very fast all the time. Every 6 months there is a new trend. Now we see the trend going from Canggu down to Uluwatu for several reasons, but mainly because land has become too expensive to purchase in Canggu. So, but the hardest challenge for us has been definitely putting the right team together. And today we are 28 people. I look around every Monday when we all gathered for the kickoff, and I'm terrified actually. I'm looking around and saying, wow, have we actually grown to this size? It makes me proud, but at the same time also very terrified about the future. You know, we need to be a leading real estate company in Bali to honor 28 people. Their livelihood is depending on me and Catherine, salaries, the sales. So we have a very, very strong organization. We believe in this also, but it's still a bit terrifying. I think.
So is that your main challenge now, to keep up with what you've created and with the standard and quality of?
Yeah, it's to manage the growth, I think, to keep up. Every month we hire more or less a new person, so it's a big responsibility. Catherine and I, we never came to Bali to become rich. We came to Bali to enjoy the lifestyle, which is the most important for us. We look back now and say it doesn't actually matter how much money we make. We need the team. We need to execute the company in the way that we want to do it. That's why we also hired you, because you have expertise and this for us. It's always we reinvest the money all the time in Propertia Bali. But we are not buying the growth. We just say, okay, we have a problem here. How do we fix the problem? We do that by hiring the right person with the right skills. It's not easy. We have a lot of beautiful Indonesian colleagues that I know every day I'm pushing to the limit because...
Sorry, guys.
But because my expectations are very high. I think a lot of people are saying to me and to Catherine is more like, I have a lot of ideas, and the people that I'm surrounded with should also pitch in with these ideas. But in general, I think Catherine is more like, okay, please, Peter, slow down. But I just like to execute the ideas. It doesn't matter if it's this podcast or if it's drone we are flying, if it's a video we are doing, like you just did the amazing video on YouTube called Mission Impossible, almost. What is it called? Propertia?
Mission in Propertia.
Yeah, Mission in Propertia. It's absolutely, if you guys haven't seen this, please go to YouTube and check it out. It is next level content, I would say. Yeah, it's amazing.
Shows the quality of our videographers.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, these guys, I mean, but that's the whole team. I think our team is divided in many categories, but there is no one here who's not pitching in. We hire more people by personalities than we hire them from skills. If they're willing to learn and I would say apply our ideas, then they are more than welcome to join. We cannot expect in Indonesia people to walk in with tons of experience. That doesn't work like that. So we are learning by doing, but most of the people here, they're doing amazing. All of the people, sorry, not most of the people. So that's It's been a rough ride, but I feel like now we are starting to get the synergies between the departments also in Propertia Bali. You know, we have the marketing team, the listing and sales team, we have the admin team, and I think all these teams together, it's just an amazing experience to see how close they work together.
So we have a hashtag.
Yeah.
We do better.
Yeah. Oh.
So
yeah.
Why would you say that we do better?
Oh, that was a good question. Yeah, the hashtag we do better. It's a little bit inspired by Nike's Just Do It. We do better in many ways. First of all, I'm a strong believer that if you are in real estate, the way that you market yourself through content is the driver for real estate, and the execution is more the sales. So what we do better than any other real estate company in Bali is definitely our content. We invest a lot of money into content, our marketing team. I think we are the only real estate company with an in-house marketing team this size. Today we are sitting in a podcast studio. We do green screen. We do interviews with people. We invest all the money into what needs to be done. So sometimes I feel a little bit like we are a marketing agency more than we are a real estate company, which is amazing. You said yourself to me that said, Peter, with this kind of setup and the know-how we have now, we could actually sell whatever. Anything. You know, it doesn't have to be real estate. We do better definitely because we are a marketing agency combined with real estate, but also the sales team are much more dedicated and their knowledge is much, much higher than any other real estate agency in Bali, for sure.
How do you see the company evolving then? From better to bestest?
Better to bestest? I don't think we need to evolve. I think we need to keep doing what we do and tweak small things. I don't think we are doing anything wrong. I keep emphasizing on a weekly basis that we are doing what it takes, and I love that. Procedures, structure, new ideas have to be applied all the time. If you don't involve, then you are going backwards, right? We need to involve our business all the time, but it is going to be very hard. We are opening a new office in Binging simply because we can see a big part of our turnover is in Binging today. So we need to improve our customer service by opening an office down there. But otherwise, it's just,
keep doing what we do.
Exactly. I'm not too concerned about the future. If people love what we do, which I do, and the commitment and the passion we put in, I hope people can see that. Whether it's if you're a buyer, then you get an amazing service as a first-time buyer. If you're a seller, you will see on our Instagram and on our YouTube channel, in LinkedIn, wherever you go on any kind of platform, you can see that we are very, very dedicated. And we will keep going in this direction as well. Even though a lot of our colleagues, I wouldn't say competitors, but a lot of our colleagues are very inspired by us. They will always be behind, hopefully. So, yeah.
Right. So would you change something if you had to do it again?
I would not do it again. I would not do this again.
I wasn't expecting that, but okay.
Today I'm 52 years old. It will kill me. No, would I change anything? When Catherine and I, we started, our funds were limited. I think you can make a really great real estate company by having a lot of money from day one. We didn't. So our growth was organic. If you come in with, let's say, $1 million today, you can still be a successful real estate company, but you will never have the team behind Propertia Bali. That team has taken us years to build up. That team is what we appreciate every week when we look at how have we performed this week. The dedication from, and I say my colleagues because they're not my employees, it's my colleagues. The dedication is something Catherine and we really appreciate. Everyone they're just committed. You cannot buy that for money, which it's true.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. And I think you guys, like you said, make a point on hiring people by personalities, and that's what makes the success of Propertia.
I hope so, yeah.
Because everybody's there, like very committed, and also bringing a lot of input and assets.
Yeah,
and,
it's hard. One of the big things from our customers, our developers who are selling properties, our buyers, is they almost have an expectation that Propertia Bali is like Ryan Serhant in the United States. We are not Ryan Serhant. We don't have the same funds. Yet. We don't want to be like Ryan Serhant, but he's a huge inspiration for me. His good mood, his way of scaling his business. There's other real estate agents also in LA that the agency. There's big companies who are amazing in scaling their business and doing disruption. I won't reveal who's my biggest inspiration, but you know who he is. I'm not giving this to my competitors, but you can come, get market shares in Bali, of course, if you had a lot of money, but you will not be able to compete with Propertia Bali. That's not going to be possible. I say that with confidence.
Right. And what is the best and worst advice that you've received about investing in Bali?
The best and worst advice? Mm-hmm. That from what? From
somebody. So the best advice that somebody gave you when you were
yes.
investing in Bali, or like trying to build the
best advice was be patient. Definitely be patient. The Balinese culture, when we're dealing with landowners, it's sort of like be patient, be diligent, when you're buying in Bali, and when we represent you as a buyer or a seller, we do our job in Propertia Bali. But be patient. And remember, we are on a vacation island. Not everything has to be done in a few days. You have to be patient. The worst advice I would give anyone in Bali, or I've been given, I would say right now, it's actually a little bit sad to see. There's a new trend going on with legal advisors in Bali. Legal advisors that say you should not do a property deal unless you contact us and we do a pre-due diligence. That's the worst advice. Why? Because the real estate agent, if you deal with Propertia Bali or some of our like-minded colleagues, they have done the due diligence already. We are not selling anything that is that cannot be purchased in the right legal way. So the worst advice people are giving customers right now is contact a legal advisor. The legal advisor, it's very, very simple, and I see a lot of people doing that right now. The legal advisor says, yes, we will do all your paperwork. We will go through the whole case, but you need to pay us $3,000 to $6,000 for this kind of service. So they are actually worse than real estate agents. Because real estate agents are commission-based. These guys, they charge a fee before they even start to work on your case. And we know more in Propertia Bali than these legal advisors. But some customers are a little afraid that real estate agents have the same reputation all over the world. There's a bad reputation about real estate agents in general. You know, we are just the ones who are in it for the commission and we want a deal done very fast. That's not what it's about. It's we have done the due diligence already. A legal advisor is unnecessary because it will only create, I would say, more expenses for you. And if you contact the right real estate agent, Propertia Bali is not the only one, but if you contact the right ones, then they give you a good service and you don't need a legal advisor.
You don't need to go through all the stress of...
No. And you might... It's a very simple process to purchase either freehold or leasehold in Bali. You might think that it's complicated. It's not. But what we see right now is the legal advisors, they love to make it complicated because then they can defend their fee.
Yeah. So speaking of stress, since we're in Bali, I think that everybody wants to know what you do to de-stress.
Oh my God. To de-stress?
As a company owner in Bali, what do you do to fight the stress?
I used to work out a lot. Now you can look at my arms. They are not... No, but I take long walks with my wife and my dog on the beach. I think we are very lucky to be in an island where the weather is more or less beautiful all the time. You need... I would say... Having a real estate company, you need to expect that everything is very stressed out. I feel sometimes that I'm putting out fires a lot, which is natural. I think any real estate agent with growth, they have the same feeling. But you need to also remember why we are in Bali and enjoy the surroundings that we have.
Yeah, we're very lucky too.
We are very lucky. I mean, even during raining season, I think, which is... about to start soon, we have beautiful days, right? So Bali is very unique. The temperature is almost 30, 33 degrees all the time, all year round. Humidity is very different, of course, in the raining season, but still tourists are coming in to Bali, high season in December.
I actually prefer, I mean, not prefer, but I love rainy season.
Yeah,
like,
it's
of
beautiful.
Course, it's because I get...
a free raincoat.
300, no, well, yeah, but also 300 sunny days. So I don't mind this 40 that I don't get sun.
Raining season is special for me as well. We know the island needs water as well. So, but I think for me, it's being stressed is a part of life as a real estate agent. I think all real estate agents are stressed. We are no longer stressed in getting the right team together. We are no longer stressed in our financial situation. We are more stressed about applying all the new changes coming. One good example is AI, which is like mind-blowing. When you look at the potential in real estate versus with AI, it's going to be amazing. And that's... Indonesia is still a very young country. Their education level is lower than the Western world. So the mindset of people coming and the, I would say the colleagues that we have now, they have educated themselves while they were in Propertia Bali. And I admire that because I'm pushing like crazy. I want this company to be international standard, and I look at Australia is another good example. You know which company we are very inspired of, and these guys are killing it. They are more high-end luxury than we are. We are a little bit more like basic volume real estate company, but it's funny to see how we are applying the same things at the same time.
Absolutely.
So now we are just involving the business, which is amazing.
I mean, I think I have to back up Katrin on the slowing down a little bit sometimes.
Yeah.
I think we all do.
Yeah, we do. I know.
We get you, Katrin.
Yeah. No, but it's she says the same. Are we not content with what we have? I said, it's not about what we have. It's about keeping what we have, right? Real estate companies in Denmark are extremely conservative. Most of them don't have an Instagram account, which is
mind-blowing because it's like...
how the hell are you doing business without an Instagram account, right? So for us, it started with Facebook, now it's Instagram, now it's YouTube. YouTube is a big driver with Google. I look back at real estate in Denmark was an inspiration back then. Now I feel a little bit like they are a little bit lost in the past. I think we're doing amazing.
So are you proud of what you've created?
I didn't create anything. I had ideas. It's the team who created. But I'm super proud of what we have created. You know as well as me, when I look around every Monday when we have the kickoff, Peter is standing there saying, why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? And everyone looks at me and say, oh, Peter, shut up. You know, it's like super exhausting to work for you. But
also fun.
It's fun. Yeah. We never forget the fun, but I am very dedicated. I'm very proud of what we have achieved. But I also know that things change very fast. Yeah. I've seen it. I was a young guy when Nokia, I don't know if you know Nokia, but that used to be the leading phone company in the world. And they were a little
Their
bit...
phones were unbreakable.
Yeah, but they were very contempt in their design, right? And Apple came with this smartphone and Nokia said, no, we are not going down that road. That is just a one-time thing. And Nokia had to close down 3 or 4 years later. Apple is the same today, right? You have the templates, you have the computers, you have the Macs, you have the phones. They know they have to be innovating in the design, in the technology, and we have to be innovating in real estate. Yeah. Real estate is an ongoing business. AI, like I just mentioned, is something that we just scratched the surface. It's gonna be insane. So
it's a little bit scary as well.
It's scary because now we thought that we were finally there, and then someone opened up
Pandora's box.
Pandora's box with AI, and I'm just sitting. Like, where is this gonna take us, right? So
I think that if you use it right, it's like an asset. A lot of people are scared that, I mean, it is taking jobs.
It is.
But I think that what we have in Propertia, the personalities of each, that cannot be replaced with AI. AI can be a complementary thing to the personalities.
Yeah. I think globally it will take a lot of jobs, unfortunately. Yes. And I'm very afraid of AI is just the first level. Next thing is gonna be clones. Exactly. Welcome to Terminator. And we are gonna be the losers in the end. Now AI is just here to stay, and it's exactly like when smartphones came and when we had Wi-Fi. You know, I'm an old guy. I'm 52, as I mentioned. I remember when Commodore 64 and Amiga 500 that was before your time.
Yeah, last year.
We were sitting with a tape recorder and doing, it was, the technology in the last 20 years has just moved so fast. Does that apply to real estate? Of course it does. Are we afraid that someday we don't need real estate agents? I don't think so, because people like to connect with people.
Yeah. Good Nokia.
Yeah, that was another slogan, right? But honestly, if you're not good at what you do, then you have no right to be here. And that is what I also tell the sales team is, if you don't service your clients, what are you here for? Then they might use AI or a clone, like you said. It's about human relations, and that has to be applied, but we better give the customers a damn good customer service, because otherwise we have no right to be in the market as well.
So what are the 3 things that you think a good real estate agency has to have?
Are we going to give tips to someone who wants to open a real estate agency? Or?
You can fake it, and then people.
I can fake it.
Yeah,
the top 3 things to open a real estate company in Bali, or
no,
anywhere.
Like anywhere, like top real estate agencies that.
You need money. First of all, number 1, you need a lot of money. Today, I don't think anyone has the patience for organic growth. To do a real estate company in anywhere in the world right now takes a lot of money. You need to be patient, and you need to think about how can I make things different. Just opening a classic real estate company and say, okay, this is I want to compete with Propertia Bali and all the other guys, but I'm not going to do anything different. I'm just going to copy these guys. That's not going to work. So money, first of all, that would be a big help. Money creates the right team. You know, you can also, with a lot of money, you can buy the wrong team. So make sure you have the team behind you. That is very, very important. And make sure the last one, top 3. So money, the right team, and make sure you have the right branding and the right message for your company. What are you about? Why are you different? Propertia Bali is not trying to be leaders. We are just executing our ideas. And then if we become leaders, fantastic. But we are definitely not trying to... we get inspired, you and I, in the marketing team by what's going on in the world. We are not looking at what are the other real estate companies doing in Bali. Yeah. That would be a big mistake, I think. But what's your uniqueness behind the brand? If you don't build a brand, you're just doing marketing, and brand and marketing has to go hand in hand. So this is, if you want to make a real estate company, I think money is the biggest part right now.
All right. Well, I think this is a good closing. But before, since I hopefully I am going to do this a lot, I figured I'd get something else out of it. So I'm going to ask you what your favorite coffee in Bali is. What are your favorite coffee shops? So that way I can get everyone's answer. And
my favorite coffee shop.
Yes.
Are you crazy? Yeah,
there are too many, but
there's too many.
Your go-to.
I don't want to. Okay.
Top 3.
my favorite. Okay, I will explain. My favorite cup of coffee is called a piccolo. So the piccolo is 2/3 of coffee and 1/3 of milk.
Right.
I used to be, the latte kind of guy, the cappuccino kind of guy, but now it's a piccolo, less milk.
You need more coffee. You need more caffeine.
I need more caffeine for my stress.
Yes.
The best coffee around where I live, wow. I have top 3. Okay. In Django, my number 1 coffee, that's definitely a Revolver coffee. They have a special blend. They have a special bean. So that is definitely my number 1. Same. Number 2 is...
thank you, Revolver.
Revolver, thank you for your beautiful coffee. Number 2 is Ruko Cafe, very close to Barava Beach. They are very dedicated also. I love when a barista actually has pride in what he does. We have pride in real estate. Yes. These baristas, some of these guys, they are doing an amazing job.
It might take 5 to 10 minutes to foam the milk.
It's worth the wait.
But,
It's worth the wait. Number 3 is Cafe Ginta, which is also very close to Barava Beach. If you also want a beautiful meal next to your fantastic coffee, go to Cafe Ginta. This is not
sponsored, by the way. If you want to sponsor, we're open.
but that is definitely my top 3 coffees. There's a lot. Wow, I mean, I can mention 100.
Yeah.
So
sure.
When you come to Bali, for foodies, this is heaven.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good. But thank you for the question.
Yeah. So
thank you for having me.
Hopefully we can convince Katrin.
You will not convince my wife, that's for sure. So you will have to maybe make a second one with me later.
Maybe with more coffee.
No, she's not gonna join. I'm sorry. You have to settle with me. But thank you.
All right, that's still good though.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you.
Thank you.